Hey guys, Anime-kun here. In today's video, we're going to talk about the top 10 anime of fall 2021. In the year of 2021, we had some really great anime produced, and this season also had some contenders for the year's best anime. It will be really hard to pick anime of the year at this point, but let's just dive right into the video. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos about anime. So, without further ado, let's begin. We all really just long for a peaceful life. Red leaves his long-time dream of starting his own apothecary in the peaceful life at the countryside near the borderland of Zoltan, miles and miles away from the grasps of demons and war. This D-rank adventurer likewise gets his leave-in partner, an assistant named Rit, who is both the princess of Duk-Ilagurvia and likewise an adventurer, giving up everything that she has just to join Red. The honest and lovable man of the town, however, has his fair share of secrets that he only ever shared with Rit, his identity being that of Gideon, the brother of the hero named Rudy Ragnarsson, and a former member of her party, and Talares Drowa, known as the Sage, kicked him out of their party after the war against the Demon Lord, deeming him too weak and insignificant in their ranks. That said, the new and peaceful life he has obtained may not be as great of a life when his past continues to chase and hold on to him. We had our fair share of wanting to end all the problems we have together with our life, but given the second small chance to pursue happiness, will you take it? Mirai Kakahashi was determined to end it all. He lived a life that has nothing but despair, getting rained with abuse from the relatives who took him in when he lost his family in an explosion, slowly nipping any remaining desire to live on up until this point. He stands on the edge and throws it all away with a leap, but instead of death, what met him was a winged being claiming to be his guardian angel. This angel called Nasa offered him two abilities and convinced him to leave. It gave him the freedom that he wanted to enjoy ever since being locked with his other relatives and their abuses. But neither freedom nor power come without a price. Mirai is thrown into a showdown with 12 other individuals, where one of them will be chosen to be the next god. In a sudden 180, he now is prepared to do whatever it takes to protect whatever small chance of happiness that he got, rather than just throwing it all away as he once was pondering to do. We normally wake up as infants under the care of our parents or relatives. If not, guardians. Point is, we wake up normally to fellow humans. Will, on the other hand, awakens to three faces that no normal human would expect. One of a skeleton, the other of a ghost, and the last of a mummy. These three raised him as their own in the ruins of a city long fallen. Blood the skeleton teaches Will how to fight, Gus the ghost teaches him magic, and Mary the mummy teaches him religion and responsibility, while all of them taught him love. Growing by the day and learning about the world he was born into, Will prepares for the day when he must set out on his own feet in a journey that includes a lifelong promise. When they turn of age, every adult is required to swear an oath to the god of their choice, where the strength of their pledge affects the degree of blessing from their sworn god. With his time to depart slowly inching towards him, he must prepare to accept the truth behind his undead guardians and enter a world that they are not even sure of its state. Regardless, Will discovers that every oath must be upheld, one way or another.
だがこいつはお前が生きていくには必要な糧だ。生き死にの場ではそういうことは一旦横に置いて反射で殺しに行く。それが戦士のあり方だ。
Now this anime is horror, but for cultured audiences. Well, it's not even clearly horror as it gets mixed up with other genres to blur the goal of this anime, but once you reach the end of the first season, it actually has a decent plot. Miko Yotsuya's eyes water as she fixates on a single spot on her phone. She ignores yet another dreadful, horrific monster that is in her face, uttering the disturbing words, "Can you see me?" Before now, Miko enjoyed her unassuming high school days, with late-night horror shows serving only as a form of entertainment. But ever since one fateful day, she is the only person aware of the invisible monsters walking freely among humans. Courageously, Miko makes a bold decision. She will never, under any condition, acknowledge the presence of the horrid specters. However, even though she pretends they do not exist, she can still see how they disturb the people around her, especially her best friend, the energetic and lovely Hana Yurikawa. In order to protect them from the monster's annoyances, Miko gives it her best to continue her school life and avoid every troublesome crisis, even when they scare her to tears. It's quite fun to see how Miko deals with her daily situation, and there are some twists in the show that are quite unexpected.
ほら、何も。
ターゲット確認。コライド公爵及び売買に関与した者は王家の命と暗殺貴族トゥアハーデの信念に基づき排除する。
If you don't know yet, this anime is also from the same author who made Redo of Healer, but this time, we have quite a decent plot and enjoyable story. The world's greatest assassin had sworn lifelong allegiance to the organization that raised him. However, despite his loyalty, that very same organization takes action to silence him, ultimately leading to his demise. Drowning in frustration and regrets he can no longer suppress, he finds himself in an audience with a goddess attracted by his exceptional skills. The goddess offers him reincarnation into a magnificent world of swords and magic so he can perform a crucial mission, which is to prevent that world's destruction by slaying its hero. Accepting the request, he is reborn as Lu Tuwahade, the son of a noble family of assassins serving the Alvan kingdom. Under the guidance of his father, Lu learns new assassination techniques that significantly differ from the cold-blooded and unsympathetic killing style of his previous life. Furthermore, his other talents bloom, allowing him to meet new allies and acquaintances. Even so, Lu knows that his efforts are far from adequate because a monumental adversary such as the hero can only be defeated with perfection. Lu may not be as overpowered as the hero, but his craftiness and experience from this past life will allow him to still be the finest assassin in this world, with the ability to kill any target.
そうだね。それもいいかもしれないな。次に死んだ時にはね。綺麗な絵。本気なんだ。
Art is something that I appreciated more because of this anime. Expressing yourself is something that may not always be easy, but it can be enlightening to find what you really want. Yotaro Yaguchi is a delinquent with excellent grades, but is unmotivated to find his true calling in life. Yotaro spends his days working hard to maintain his academic standing, while hanging out with his equally unambitious friends. However, beneath his carefree demeanor, Yotaro does not enjoy either activity and wishes he could find something more fulfilling. While mulling over his predicament, Yotaro finds himself staring at a vibrant landscape of Shibuya. Unable to express how he feels about the unusually breathtaking sight, he picks up a paintbrush, hoping his thoughts will be conveyed on canvas. After receiving praise for his work, the joy he feels sends him on a journey to enter the extremely competitive Tokyo University of the Arts, a school that only accepts 1 in every 200 applicants. Along with Yotaro, you'll see characters dedicating their time for art with different perspectives about it, and among these characters, I find Ryuji Ahikawa to be quite interesting.
第5番運命
We all have our own tastes in music in various mediums and genres and even themes. We all may have our own little debates regarding genre superiority, or even debates on when should you and should you not play music. Point is, in one way or another, we love or have once loved music, and it has been part of everyday lives. What do you do if it's forcefully taken away? Everything has been in utter chaos from the time that D2s arrived, an invasive alien species that came from a black meteorite crashing to the planet and cannot be killed by conventional weaponry. These creatures hate music to their very core, and there was a public ban on citizens playing any melody to prevent casualties from attracting D2s that will wreak havoc. A ban on music stretching even now, in the year 2047. What defense humans have rely on music arts, young women representing pieces of classical music, and conductors who control them. Takt Asahina, supposedly just a piano prodigy, finds himself transformed to a conductor after a D2 attack in the incident that killed Anna Schneider's younger sister, Catzz. The same event that brought Takt into contact with Destiny, a music arts with the spitting image of Catzz. Takt is in a hurry for New York City, home base of Symphonica, so he can play the piano again, while Destiny initially has nothing in mind but killing D2s. With seemingly irreconcilable goals albeit the same destination, it is a question if the trio can even get there in one piece to establish further their pact.
やれ。
お嬢ちゃん、まさか。
まだはダメってあれほど。ちょっと月城さん、会社でお酒はまずいですよ。
これはお酒のボトルに入ったただの水だ。
Anyone in the same area constantly with constant interaction are bound to have some development in between them, whether positive or negative, or in whatever form. Futaba Igarashi is a saleswoman at a certain trading company who has managed to maintain her job position for nearly 2 years, of which she owes often to the guidance of her senior coworker of the name Harumi Takeda. The thing is she's of short stature which made her susceptible to being teased and treated like a child by Takeda, leaving her usually annoyed by such interactions. That said, she is keen to notice her senior's reliability as he is always at the ready to help in whatever he can at times, that their workplace and everything therein goes south. As the two spend more and more time together, one might say that their relationship is soon to develop into something more than just being the usual coworkers at the same office.
なんか面倒見てやりたくなっちまってな。え？あんだって？
奥さんじゃダメなんすか。
Now this anime would have been the top pick, if not for the next one. This is extremely fun to watch seeing how everyone around Komi-san reacts. Hidehito Tadano just wants a normal life without trouble, but oh boy, he meets Komi-san on the first day of school which turned out to be quite the encounter. Not only that, but they became seatmates, which is something the class doesn't want. Gorgeous and graceful with long, dark hair, Komi is universally adored and immensely popular despite her mysterious persona. However, unbeknownst to everyone, she has crippling anxiety and a communication disorder which prevents her from wholeheartedly socializing with her classmates. When left alone in the classroom, a chain of events forces Komi to interact with Tadano through writing on the blackboard, as if in a one-way conversation. Being the first person to realize she cannot communicate properly, Tadano picks up the chalk and begins to write as well. He eventually discovers that Komi's goal is to make 100 friends during her time in high school. To this end, he decides to lend her a helping hand, thus also becoming her first ever friend. This is quite a fun anime, seeing how Komi-san tries to overcome her disorder, along with some good laughs.
Oh.
あの時のあれは。くそー
Now I think this is one of the best anime, not just this season, but for the whole year of 2021. This may have graphics that may seem childish, but this strikes right in the heart for the feels, along with some plot twists in the story. The people of the kingdom look down on the young Prince Baji, who can neither hear nor speak. They call him the useless prince, while jeering at his supposed foolishness. However, while Baji may not be physically strong, he is certainly not weak of heart. When a chance encounter with a shadow creature should have left him traumatized, it instead makes him believe that he has found a friend amidst those who only choose to notice his shortcomings. He starts meeting with Kage, the shadow, regularly, to the point where even the otherwise abrasive creature begins to warm up to him. Kage and Boji's unlikely friendship lays the budding foundations of the prince's journey, one where he intends to conquer his fears and insecurities. Despite the constant ridicule he faces, Boji resolves to fulfill his desire of becoming the best king he can be. I won't put any spoilers here, but I urge you to watch this show soon and see how Boji makes up for his shortcomings and how far he can go with his determination. Poe. There you have it. I'm pretty sure you'll like most, if not all, of our picks this season. All of them have been enjoyable, and I can't wait for what the next season will have. Other than that, I hope you guys liked this video. Do you guys think there are other anime that need to be on the list? Feel free to share your comments and suggestions down below. If you want to see more anime content, make sure to subscribe and give this vid a thumbs up. Stay tuned and I will see you guys soon.